Welcome to what should hopefully be the first of many Fundamentals of Energy training classes. In this, I plan to teach you how to both sense and manifest using your energy in various ways for both protection and clearing your energy and physical self. The first class will focus on, first of all, proving to you that energy is real and the many benefits that can come with it, along with how to sense your own energy, how to use your own energy, and what it can be used for. Now, if you've ever entered a room and you've just felt that there's been an argument, congratulations, you can sense energy. If that's never happened to you, have you ever had somebody staring at you, either through love or hate, you can feel energy. If you've ever just felt that something was off, congratulations, you can feel energy. Most people, especially if you've clicked on this video, you have the innate ability to feel energy. You just haven't been taught how to sense it in yourself and in others, and how to sense it and see it in surroundings. Now, I'm going to start by teaching you how to sense and move your own energy. Now, don't get overwhelmed, right? This is really, really easy. We're going to start by doing that. If you cannot do it through visualization, and practically everyone can, then I will teach you how to sense it through another way, but most likely you'll be able to sense it through visualization. So the first thing I'm going to go through with you is really easy. This will teach you how to tap into your body's own energy flow and use it. What you're going to do is you're going to create a lake or a body of water, usually calm, inside of your elbow. It can be your left elbow or your right elbow, right? It doesn't matter. Just pick an arm. This is really, really simple. Do not overcomplicate it. Do not try to add extra steps at this stage. Just follow the technique. All right, so you've created a body of water in your elbow, right? For me, it'll be my left elbow right here, right? And then in my hand, I'm going to create a second body of water while still in my mind, not with my physical eyes, but in my mind, leaving the body of water in my elbow. So one body of water here and one body of water right here in my left hand. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to picture water, leave your left elbow and move along into your left hand. Now you, through this, are tapping in through visualization to your body's own innate energy flow, and you are moving your energy. You may start to feel tingling, you may start to feel numbness, you may start to feel warmth. That is your body adjusting to the body's natural energy flow being moved, and that is completely normal. Once you've got it going down one way, and for some people it may be swerving all around the place, what you're doing is you're using your imagination, your mind, to symbolically create something which your energy can latch onto, because your energy wants you to be able to sense it. It wants you to be able to move it. And through that, you are connecting to something which you may not be able to see literally quite yet, but you will with a bit of training. Once you've done that, you can do it for a minute or two. Then you're going to take the water and you're going to take it the other way, right? This will show you that you can't just move energy one way. Energy is not a one-directional system. You can move it in any way you want. So you will take the water from your hand and reverse the flow and take it into your elbow. And through this, yeah, I can feel it now. You may start to feel essentially a vibrating feeling. That's all perfectly normal. Right now, just pay attention to what you are sensing in your physical self. Once you've done that, and this is the third stage, right? And the final stage, you're going to stop the water flow. So it's going to come through and stop. And then you will go and create, either you can do it a full way down, or usually the easy way is you will picture it go down, but only half of the volume of what you were doing before. So have half of the water in your arm go down your elbow and into your hand. And then have it come up this way. And through this, you are both sensing and moving your energy. In the past, I would teach people the way I was taught, which was the whole body, but that would often be overwhelming and leave more room for error. So the next step, you can keep doing that if you want. A lot of people, when Tripp used to say this, it is somehow easier to imagine a loop than an unidirectional flow. Your mind likes patterns much more than it likes going one way. In this, it makes a lot of sense. And through this, you're controlling energy more than manifesting energy and using it. So it's more of a shaping technique than it is a creation technique. Next, you can stop now if you wish, or you can leave it going. But for now, we'll stop, okay? Your arm may feel numb. That's perfectly normal because you've just used a muscle which you've never potentially used before, unless this is like your 100th time playing the video. Next, we're going to use a different body part. For some people, one arm will be easier than the other. For some people, it'll be pretty much the same. It really depends on the kind of lifestyle you have. Next, we're going to picture a body of a body of water in our left shoulder, and then another one in our elbow. And then you can start off by, and if I'm going too fast, you feel free to pause the video. If you're lost, feel free to rewind. The most important thing here is to not get angry with any of the techniques. It's to remain calm, and if it doesn't work, sleep on it and try again the next day. Because often with energy, things will not want you to be able to sense your energy, because if you can start sensing that, you'll be able to sense other things in time if you so wish, and then you'll be able to protect yourselves from them. Yourselves. We've just made a video doing a bunch of selves. So, and by we, I mean I there's a chat. So, you've got the water going down there, and then just create a loop the same way you have before, right? So now you can not just feel energy in your forearm where it's really easy, but also here. Good, now stop that. You can now go through the rest of your body. Just for another exercise, we will do the knee. I'm not going to raise my knee in the air, you'll just have to believe me. Let's do the left knee. You will create a body of water there, and a body of water in your left foot. And again, if you need to, you can go up and down, or you can just start in an energy spiral, just looping down. That's perfectly normal. Can feel my leg really going. Good. Now, keep the one in your knee going. Just keep it going, and move to the right side of your body. And you're going to, at the same time as keeping the left one going, create one in the right side of your body. This is using your mind to move energy in two separate areas at the same time. It's very easy, right? The most important thing is to come to this with the mindset of it's really easy and it's just a matter of time. So you will now picture a body of water in your right knee and a body of water in your right foot. You can do other body parts at the same time. We're just doing two different things at once to prove that you can, right? So down your right knee and up, down your right knee, down your leg, into your foot, and back up. Do not take the water outside of your body. Leave it in your body. The lakes are within your feet. Notice how your body feels. Good, and then we'll move on to the last step, which used to be the first step. You will create a lake or a body of water inside of your head. Then you will create one, I'd say let's just do the torso first. So you will then create one in you can go center stomach, chest, just pick a spot in your body that feels right to you. If you want me to be very literal, create one right where your belly button is, right? Then you will take the water down, and this may be more difficult than just going from one body part to another because you're passing through a lot of different areas energetically. You will go down into your stomach and then back up, and you will loop that. You're not aiming to pool water anywhere. You're not aiming to collect it. You are generating water from the lakes and then using your energy to shape it. You are tapping into your natural energy flow on a subconscious level and on a conscious level as you're doing this. Good. Stop doing that. You can stop the lakes in your feet. Stop any other lakes you've got going on. Keep the lake in your head or create a new one if you've already stopped it. Next, you will picture 3 lakes, right? Okay, so one in the head, and then one in each of your feet. If you are having trouble visualizing, don't worry, I will give you an alternate after we've gone through this step. So you will have the lake in your head, picture water come down and go down one side of your body all the way down to your left foot. It will be easier if you put your feet together. You can do this while sitting or standing or lying, but put your feet together, and then once it's in your left foot, you will then have the water move through your left foot into your right foot and then back up. And this creates a natural energetic flow in your body, which will help clear stagnant negative energy or any energetic blockages that you have. And just by doing this, even without being able to see anything, just picturing body of water and then water flowing, you're tapping in to your energy, you're moving it, and you're training it the same way that you would train a physical muscle. Once you've got that going, and it often is easier to not have one big lake in 2 feet. It's often a lot easier to have two separate lakes in, as in one lake in one foot and one lake in the other, because your energy centers are separate. And at this stage, it's going to be a lot easier for you to move energy this way. If you're feeling really confident, what you can do now is create a body of water in your left hand and a body of water in your right hand. Now, keep the flow going down your body and up. If your mind wanders, that's perfectly fine. Just readjust your focus to where it was and go down your hand, or down your head, down into your shoulder, along your arm, all the way into your hand, and then back up, and then you have an extra energy flow, and this will train the energetic pathways and your energy flow, along with helping you master control through your arm. And then you've still got another arm. So if this is going well and you've got good control, go down from your head, down through your elbow, all the way through, up. You don't really need to worry about your fingertips at this point. If anything, it'll be a bit confusing because you'll be like, do I put the water in my fingertips? Do I not? If you do want to put it into your fingertips, you'll go up half and down. But at this stage, I wouldn't worry about the fingertips at all. Just go into your hand. Just going into your hand will train your fingertips. You're not going to end up with weak, energetic fingertips. You'll be just fine. Up into your hand, and then back up, and then into your head. And now you are training your entire body. And that is it. That's how you sense your own energy. As you continue to train this way, it will train your ability to view energy as well. And after a while, you will no longer feel a need for using the waterfalls. You will be able to control it just through your mind's ability to sense energy, or you will begin to see it more literally as often a solid color of energy as opposed to the water. Because the water, it's not literal water. It is just symbolically connecting to your energy, and you've essentially painted water over your energy, very organic paint, completely healthy, over your energy, and you're moving it that way. Just with this technique alone, you can do an awful lot. One thing I found out very early on was if I were to pick up an illness from someone, let's say the flu, right? If I were to see somebody who had it and then I would feel it in my throat, I was fairly sensitive in my body, I would go, all right, I've just picked this up from them. Then, if you have picked up, let's say, a sore throat from someone, you can either have the water go down your whole body, pass through your throat, and even increase the volume a little bit if you want. You don't need to do that, but it should help alleviate the sore throat. The earlier you do it, the faster it will go away. If that's taking a while, then you can create a body of lake here, a body of water here, and a body of water here, and then have the water just rush through. This is you concentrating your energy in a particular area, but you don't need to do that whatsoever. Even if you just move your energy through and make sure it's passing through your throat, just be aware of that, then you will have absolutely no issue clearing it up. This is because the illness exists both physically and energetically, and some of them exist just energetically. So by dealing with it energetically, you will clear it physically from yourself. It's really one of the major perks of the waterfall technique, and a really, really useful one. It's recommended when you first start to do this for 5 minutes a day. As you begin to train, you will innately know when to stop. Often it's best to do it before bed. You can do it during any time in the day, but you will, in my experience, need 20 to 24 hours of recuperating. If you really overdo it, so your body's like, you should stop, and you're getting heavy, your body's beginning to feel a bit numb, and mainly heaviness because you're getting energy fatigue as you're training your energy. You may take 30 or even 35 hours to recuperate if you've really overdone it, but you will recuperate in time. It's best to do it, and then once you feel to stop. If you're not feeling it at all, feel, all right, is my body beginning to feel a bit heavy? Have I been doing this for the time limit? If it's 5 minutes, okay, then stop. And then the next day, do 6 and just see how you go. Really, if you're going longer than 15, you can do that, especially if you're just practicing control, if you've got a show or movie on. And as you get better at this, you will need a less and less actual focus on your body, and you'll just move the energy around. You can have the visualization going. Then you can do that. But ideally, you will just want to 5 to 10 minutes before bed, or 5 to 10 minutes at a designated time during the day, but often before bed, because you will be energetically fatigued and sleep will be easier, hopefully. And you won't need to worry if you have overdone it, that you have to get through a full day ahead of you. You will do it through your whole body, through your legs, through your arms. And as you get better, you will just increase the size of lakes, increase the amount of water. As you're increasing the amount of energy you're using, you're increasing the, essentially, on a visualization level, you may look like an ocean, but on an energy level, you have increased the density of your energy, and you are creating more energy each day, which is really great on a physical level. And on an energy level, it will increase your energetic strength. Does anyone have any questions about that? I was going to go into the energy of breath and breathing and talk a bit about visualization, but I feel I don't need to. I will instead talk about the alternative. So, if you cannot visualize, you are somebody who believes you cannot visualize, visualization, it is not something, you don't close your eyes. Yes, if I close my eyes, I'm not seeing black, I have bright lights up, but it's not something you see on your physical eyes. It's something you see in your mind. If you have a lot of trouble visualizing, then what you will do is you will learn to sense energy through using your imagination to replicate a sensation or feeling. Now the way, and if you've successfully done the technique, you don't need to worry about this. You don't need to do this at all. But if you are having trouble, that's why I'm putting this in here. So the easiest way to do this is with replicating a physical sensation. What I would do is I would turn on a tap and I would put my hand under it, and you feel the sensation of the water, right? You can feel it, the temperature, the distinct feeling. And then you will take your hand out of the water. You can turn the tap off if you want, but you will take your hand out, and then you will, using your mind, using your imagination, you will replicate the feeling of the water hitting your hand. And through this, you are symbolically creating energy. And once you can feel this, congratulations, you've got water. Okay, take that feeling of water and create a lake. That may be difficult for you. So if you just want to take that feeling of creating water, you may even put your hand back under, and you're feeling it here physically, but then move the sensation of what you're feeling down your arm into your elbow. And then once you've got that going, you can either move the water where it's touching you to your elbow and take it back up, or create a loop. Now again, if you've done the first technique and you can visualize, you don't need to worry about this. And then you will create a loop that way. And through this, you're now sensing energy, and through sensing energy, this should help train your visualization ability as a side effect, just through your overall energetic strength increasing. So through sensation, you will go through and do that, and you're now moving your energy without seeing it, but through the innate understanding of your body's essentially energetic flow. And then once you've got that, you will take that sensation, replicate it in your head, and try and do the technique as it was before. All right. I plan to, you can do these classes as often as you want. I wouldn't recommend the waterfall technique you do it each day, but as we get into more advanced things, you'll have more stamina. I'm planning to have this go up in stages. Some techniques you may just really struggle with, and that's fine if you want to skip a class then, or just move on to a next technique. I really struggled with remote viewing. Not remote viewing, no. Remote viewing was really easy for me. I really struggled with astral projection, but I could remote view and do a bunch of other things back then. So you're much better off if a technique is annoying you and it's taking up too much time, just moving on to another one. I'm going to create this in a way that each class is the next step up. I don't recommend you do class 1 and then you go and you jump to like past life techniques, because you're not going to have a foundation. You're going to be confused and you're not going to have built up the energetic strength, because most of this doesn't come down to technique. It comes down to the energetic strength you've built up. And the more you build it up, the easier really every energetic technique and sensing and moving energy becomes. So you can have the best technique ever, but if you've not trained your energy, you're much better off just having done the waterfall technique for 3 months. With this, it's recommended you can't really... This is a fundamental technique. It's not something you're going to really graduate from for at least 1.5 to 2 years. So just implement it into your routine and do it each day when you have time. All right, have a good evening.